Number 5. One Piece. Manga D. Luffy, Year 2nd. One Piece is a lengthy, complex series, and one of the favorite series for casual anime fans, and I love it. Now, Gear 2nd is a technique that Luffy developed at the defeat of the hands of CP9, specifically Rob Lucci. In this arc, Nico Robin will be executed by world government, and the Straw has desperately tried to save her. But Luffy cannot stay in base for the longest time. He couldn't stay in base for much longer, and had to develop new techniques to take on tougher opponents such as Bluno and Rob Lucci. Gear 2nd is a technique where he pumps air into his legs, seemingly increasing his heart rate, increasing his speed, which gives him extreme speed, punching power, and reflexes. As you can see here, he's pummeling Bluno with the Gear Spear and Jet Missile. This increases his speed to be on par with that of the 6 powers of CP9. And here is where Bluno meets his end with Jet Bazooka. I'm only going to talk when necessary and pause in the video to let you witness just how strong Luffy is with Gear 2nd. When Rob Lucci defeated him by Shigan, which is a finger pistol, at the lobby, it destroyed Luffy because his rubber body could not handle the impalement. So, in order to do so, it's actually quite ingenious that Luffy actually developed Gear 2nd. There's a One Piece movie, where Luffy briefly tapped into Gear 2nd and defeated this evil scientist. Now, Gear 2nd is amazing, but it has many drawbacks. Luffy's body becomes extremely exhausted when he's pushed to his limits. He's completely fatigued and super exhausted, and even coughs up blood in his grueling battle against Rob Lucci. It was a brutal battle, and so far, Rob Lucci seemingly believed that he had won. But what keeps Luffy up and going is sheer grit and willpower. Because even for his rubber body, even though Luffy is a paramythia, which is a type of power described in One Piece, it still has a huge tax on his body, no matter what. Him being made of rubber is only lucky that his organs do not burst from the sheer pressure of Gear 2nd. And now we get this backstory where Robin says that she's going to depart from the Straw Hats. But Luffy still has faith and uses Jet Gatling gun, destroying Rob Lucci and his Takai body armor. This is Luffy's last gasp to actually destroy Rob Lucci and win the battle and be victorious. It took everything he had to throw rapid fire and punches at Rob Lucci and defeating him. And invincibly, as strong and skilled in martial arts as Rob Lucci is, he could not handle the pressure, and there was so much range he couldn't dodge the attack. Luffy was victorious. The Straw Hats knew it. It was amazing. He had defeated Rob Lucci, a tough protege of the world government. Nothing got in his way. Nothing. However, the drawback and the side effect of using Gear 2nd, that last gasp, had paralyzed Luffy completely. It paralyzed his body so much so that he just couldn't move a muscle. He had to depend on Robin, as you see in these manga panels, to help him. There is always a price for power, and Luffy's price was to defeat Lucci by any means, but his body became paralyzed. In doing so, he was left defenseless and prone to jump in the water, which is a weakness to all the different users of One Piece. But you had to give bravo to Luffy. He defeated Lucci, but the drawback was that his body would collapse and he couldn't move an inch of muscle. And then there's that. But luckily his Nakama saved him.